Today, I'm going to be building the Cologne Cathedral all the way over in Germany. Take a look at this giant cathedral. Not much else to say about it, let's just get right in the video. And we are getting right into it with some nice wool placement here. This is actually the second iteration of this building that you're seeing right now. I had a version before this, but it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to for whatever reason. I couldn't find a way to get the details looking right for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it just didn't work out. So I started over and I came back to the drawing board, and this is the second version of the build, and this is what you're seeing right now, and this is the finished version. So this is the final version, and I'm happy with how this thing turned out in the end. And you can see that this bad boy is already chock full of a lot of intricate details, and I didn't think that this would take as long as it ended up taking, but yeah, it kind of took quite a bit of time to build because of how intricate the details are and how many little spots need to be filled. I spent a lot of time just looking at each part of this giant cathedral because, as you can see, there are so many little tiny details to look at, and I kind of spent like a half hour just looking at one tiny little spot. So yeah, it did take a little bit longer than I anticipated it to take, but luckily this bad boy is symmetrical, so I only had to build a portion of it, and then I could use World Edit, good old-fashioned World Edit, to flip it over to the other side. So I did get to save a little bit of time in that sense. But this is the front of the cathedral, so you can see we have half of this grand main window here. Once it gets flipped over to the other side, you'll see it is a lot bigger than it looks right now, obviously, but this is one half of the front side, and I'm going to be building these two towers in the front here that are going to go up pretty tall. This is a very tall building. I don't know if this is the tallest building in Cologne, Germany. I don't know if there's a skyscraper around it that's taller. I didn't really scour the skyline, but this is a pretty tall building in Cologne. So right here, I think, is the start of the tower, this window right here, I believe so. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of height go up right quickly and really fast. But also, another thing I should mention is that these this looks sort of dark colors and blackish. Apparently the original cathedral, or I guess the cathedral still today, is made out of sandstone, but because of like weathering and time, the sandstone kind of turned darker color, so that's why I use these darker colors here. But in the end of the video, I go ahead and I change the color a bit and make it a little bit lighter. So right now it kind of looks like the Gotham Cathedral or something, but it's gonna look a little lighter and a little happier here. But here's the one of the towers. I'm gonna flip over to the other tower once I finish this one. But here's one tower. You can see it looks pretty tall, pretty nice. It kind of looks like the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, but these ones have kind of a spire on the top of it, which make it look a little bit different. So I'm gonna be adding that in the end for the grand finale. Of course, you can't do the tallest part at the beginning. That's not how it works here. I gotta blue ball you a little bit. But anyways, we're coming off to the side here, and we are adding these windows, and nice big windows, might I add. But here we go. We got a lot of symmetry once again, so I was able to copy these things over and over, so I only had to make one little section of it, which is very nice. And here we go. And then these things, I was meaning to look up the name for these things that come off the side of a cathedral, but I forgot to look up the name. These things that I'm making right now here. Let me do a little bit of live research right now. Let me Google this, see what the names of these things are. Alright, so they're called buttresses. I guess I did know that. I did know the names of those, but I didn't know that I knew the names of those. So there we go. We learn something new every day. So we got some nice buttresses going all along the side of this exterior of the cathedral. And then right here is a side entrance, I believe. I think there are doors at the bottom of this thing. But I think this is a side entrance, and then on the other side it is symmetrical, so this exact entrance is on the other side as well. And then I just gotta connect them up with some nice windows and some nice scaffolding and rails on the top here, and then More windows, of course. You can't go without windows. This bad boy needs to be lit up on the inside, so you can do a lot of fun stuff in there. Do a lot of worshiping, and there you go. And that is that big section. Now we're coming onto the back, just like that, lickety split. And I should mention, by the way, while we are still here, I am making a city build team. So if you want to be a part of a city building team for some new awesome series on my YouTube channel, go check out the application link in the description. So we're going to be building some big things. If you want to build airports and skyscrapers and cruise ships and stadiums and stuff like that, then go apply in the description. I'd love to have you. But here we go with the big old fat spire on the top of the building. Like I said before, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Nothing too crazy, just a bunch of height. And there we go. Look at that, all two of them. And I'm coming to the back here. In the background there, you can see I'm adding another tiny little tower there. Bada bing, bada boom. Fun stuff, fun stuff. We are just about finished with the exterior. We're going to go on to the interior here in a moment. But before that, like I said, I'm going to change the color of this thing here to make it a little bit lighter. So there we go. And now let's go on to the inside. But just like that, we finished this beautiful, beautiful cathedral. Enjoy these awesome cinematics, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this awesome video. Let me give you a final thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are awesome. And a big shout out to Delkin Melville, Iron Man 2017, Voey, and Walker Army. You guys are awesome. Have a great day, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. And until then, goodbye.